Hi there, Jon Roetman here from RacersEdgeBooks.com. Welcome to part 3 of 7 in the series on how to scale your race car. Previous section 1 we went through consistency and how do you need to be consistent. Part 2 we went through getting your scale pads level and how to get them level and pick out a spot in your shop. Okay? This section, we're going to go through something called pre-scaling your race car. What you need to do before you put your car actually on the scales, okay? And this is more of the consistency thing here. Oh, all right. You want to roll the car on the scale pads, I know, and just roll it on there, take your weights, do it, and get it done, right? That's not right, not yet, okay? What you want to do, step 1 here, okay? Whoops, step 1. Set each tire pressure and record it, okay? Set each tire to the same pressure that you do with the racetrack. Okay, and I know this varies a little bit, but let's say you're going to try and do something for a dry slick setup, okay? Set the tire pressure to the tire pressures you think you need to put them at the track, okay? In order to make it work, what you know has worked in the past. And make sure you record that, all right? So that you can do that next time and see once where the adjustments are or what other adjustments you might want to make according to how you ran at the racetrack, okay? You need to measure the tire stagger or the rollout, you can call it either one, of the tire, excuse me. The circumference of the tire round is what the rollout is, okay? That's the rollout on the car. It could be 82, 83 inches, something like that is the rollout of your tire. Okay, you need to measure each one, all right? And then also measure it so you can compare it to right to left, front to rear, that type of stuff, okay? You need to know that, all right? After you measure each tire, the difference between the right and left side tires is called the stagger, okay? Stagger changes the ride height, okay? Ride height we will get into in the next section, okay? In part number 4, a little bit more in detail about ride height. But stagger will change your ride height, okay? Also, you want to fill the fuel cell to your chassis manufacturer's recommended fuel level for scaling. Okay, if you don't have a chassis manufacturer or they don't have a recommended fuel level, okay, put however many gallons in it you would normally put in for the race, okay? If you fill it 3/4 full, let's say, all right, then make it 3/4 full and make sure you have a stick to be able to measure that so that you can make it 3/4 full every time you scale the car, okay? That's another consistency thing, all right? Now, next, install everything on the car in the position it will be under racing conditions. Examples, you need to have all the sheet metal on there. You need to have your weight. If you're going to add weight for a dry slick event or something like that, you need to put the weights on where you believe they need to be mounted, that type of stuff. So put all of the components on the car that need to be, okay? Make sure all your fluids are full. Oil, antifreeze, water, brake, clutch, all that stuff needs to be full, okay? Then unhook one end on all 4 shocks so your race car chassis is free. All right, disconnecting the shocks from the chassis is important because they can have enough resistance to prevent all of the weight from settling down as it would under racing conditions, and it will have an effect on your scale readings. Okay, so make sure you unhook one end of the shock, or you can even take the shock completely out if you want to. That's okay too, but at least unhook one end. Okay. What you want to do is check for chassis binds when you have the shocks off. Okay, bounce that when it's back on the 2x12s or 2x10s. Bounce the car just a little bit. Don't do it on the scale pads. But bounce the car a little bit and just check to see if there's any binds in the chassis. If there's any of the suspension arms that are binding a little bit and preventing that car from floating freely. You need to fix that if that's the case. Okay. Because a small bind at a single point in the suspension can have dramatic effects on the wheel weights and on the scales. Okay, so you need to check that out and make sure everything's moving freely. Okay, now here's one of the big debates: do you scale the car with or without the driver? All right. In my opinion, okay, it doesn't matter if you scale with or you scale without the driver in the seat, all right? Just make sure you do it every time the same way. If the driver's there every time and you want to scale the car with the driver in it, have him sit in it and scale it that way every time. If not, then scale the car without him every time. But don't do a little bit of both because you'll throw your readings off completely, okay? Consistency again, huge. Consistency. All right? So anyway, there's your pre-scaling. This is it for section 3 of this, and I just wanted to say thanks for taking a look at the video. Once again, go to our website, www.racersedgebooks.com, where you can get a free copy of How to Scale Your Race Car, plus about 4 or 5 other free books will follow that once you sign up for our newsletter. And you can actually get some really good information on setting up your race car. We've helped thousands of people already do this over the past few years, and maybe it's your turn. So go there, sign up, take a look at them, get the free information. All right. Also, if you're into the Nook and the Kindle, because it's the big rage, go there. There's a link on the website to be able to download our books to the Nook and the Kindle as well. So take a look around, check out our racing blog and the other books that we have available. Give us any feedback you might have, and we'll go from there, okay? Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day, and good luck at the racetrack.